Alex Terrace, healthhacksreview.com is my website below in the description. So I am reviewing, showing, educating in this video about a company that makes hyperbaric rooms. Sometimes the search term is multi-place hyperbaric, multi-place room, things like that. So hyperbaric therapy is where you're pressurizing oxygen in some kind of chamber, be it soft shell, hard shell. However, there's only a few companies, manufacturers, I think two in the United States, couple overseas, not many. They actually make these larger rooms. See, that's a door. You walk into it. You can fit 4 people in this one. Not easy to come by, and normally, here's a distance view of it built flush into the wall, as you can see with the door right here. Very cool. So this company is based in Utah, Energy Development. You'll see in the description box below. They manufacture a lot of extremely unique equipment. I do work with that company. I work with many companies. My job is to consult and curate to practitioners, home users, the latest and greatest, compare and contrast them. I'm the guy that does all that research and also sells the product too. So this, again, is one of the few hyperbaric rooms. And this one does have some very unique differences to other ones out there. But one thing for sure is that the price point that this company makes theirs for is at least 50 to 100% lower cost than the rest of them out there. So for this 4-person, for example, this 4-person size is actually equal to or less than what some hyperbaric chamber companies are charging for a single sized hard shell chamber. So it's a hell of a deal. And you basically walk in here and you can have IV stations if you wanted to have it in here. But we actually found that, and this was discovered in Russia and Germany, that if you want to potentiate up to 7-fold your IV therapies, actually it's easier and just as good, if not a little bit better, to actually put it more in a sequence of like doing your IV therapy, your PEMF maybe, and then going inside of the chamber after to finish it all off. In an order like that. If you really want to have something like that inside the chamber, we do also do an 8-person that can include some IV stations inside of it, with an option for a nurse to go in there in a separate pressurized room, enter, and be able to leave whenever that nurse needs to. That's in the larger one. You're looking anywhere from like 75, 80 to 100, 120K. 100,000 in-house financing being available as well, just so you have a kind of a sense of the general price point and range here for something like this. So at the right clinic in the right location, you really have an opportunity to move a lot of people through this. It can be extremely lucrative just because of the volume and the efficiency, versus having multiple rooms set up with individual chambers. A lot of places that do more hyperbaric therapy, a lot of times they have multiple chambers, which requires actually much more space. It's actually just more complicated to schedule. You need more staff. This is way simpler, actually, just to have something like this. So this can be freestanding in a room, and they can put these sides on it, so it makes it look like it's like a seamlessly built into the wall. It's almost like an illusion. So there's a lot of different ways this can be set up. You could set something like this so you walk from the hallway directly into it. It's pretty cool, all the different things that could be done as this is customized. So if you have any questions about this, if you don't know anything about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, I would suggest you go on DuckDuckGo, or you go on Ecosia, ECOSIA, or you go on Brave's browser. I'm suggesting these alternative browsers or alternative search engines because Google in the last few years has done such a good job with their algorithms censoring health information that actually they greatly reduce the ease and access to alternative health information. So I actually, if you want to learn and get access to a lot more hyperbaric research and things like that, I would actually not use Google and go with some of these alternative browsers so you can have more at your fingertips. So there is actually a conspiracy, funny enough, by these search engines in the last few years to really crack down on access to alternative health information, which is crazy. There's a ton of research on hyperbaric oxygen therapy, decades at this point. and in multiple countries. Some of the biggest users, Switzerland, Russia, Germany, a lot of European countries actually. And it's fairly popular in the United States, just not a super mainstream, I would say. And the FDA and insurance companies aren't quite as supportive for its usage with a wide variety of conditions that it is used for and has been used for a long time in some of these other countries. But we're getting there over here in the North American continent. So if you have any questions about this, if you're curious about just talking about a quote or this or that, or what types of protocols would be good to have hyperbaric with other things, depending on how you want to market it, what types of conditions that you're normally seeing, just reach me on healthhacksreview.com. We can chat anytime. And thanks for watching.